Our makers, this is Jackie from the Dublin Makers. So today I'm going to show you how to make a cement mold. So first of all, I'm going to show you the ingredients that we need. So first of all, we need a pure 100% silicone sealant. So you find this in any hardware store, Deals, anywhere like that. I chose a clear one simply because I wanted a clear silicone, but you can get a grey one, you can get a white one, you can get all different types. So the next ingredient that I'm going to need is some very cheap washing up liquid. You can buy one in Aldi, Lidl, anywhere else. So that's the washing up liquid. And then in my cookie bag is cement. So I bought some ready cement, so that means that it's mixed with sand already. And I bought a small bag of 6 kilograms in Lanahan's. Cement comes in very big bags of 25 kilograms, but I didn't want anything like that lying around the house. So anyway, that's my cement. I'm going to mix it with water later, but you can see what it looks like. We need some containers for the silicone. So I have these pots that I got in a salad bar in Super Value. They're to put olives in, but as you can see, I'm going to use them for something else. So I have 2 pots. I've got another pot for mixing the cement in. This is like a yogurt pot that I've kept. And then also to hold the silicone, I have a silicone gun. So I got this gun in the Euro shop. You can get them in the Euro shop Deals or any hardware shop. And then I have some plasticine. And this one is from Evans, and that's to make the shape in order to cast the mold. So it's just regular plasticine. Also then I need nitrate gloves. For my hands I got a large. You have to see what sort of size your hands are. Like, this is a good enough fit for me. So they're the nitrate gloves. I got a pack of 3 in Deals. Then what else am I using? I need a bit of cellophane. So you probably have that in the kitchen cupboard. That's to wrap the plasticine in when I make the mold, but I'll show you that later. I have some spray paint, which I got in Evans, because I want to spray some of the cement when I'm finished. I have an extra bowl in case I want to mix cement in it. This was just a bowl that some food came in and went in the microwave. And then I have the washing up bowl with quite a bit of water in. Okay, so step 1, now you've seen all the ingredients, is to take the plasticine. So I'm going to take a bit of plasticine and I'm actually going to make the shape that I want in cement. So I wanted like a double pyramid shape. So basically you're going to mold the plasticine until you get the shape that you want. So I want a pointy end on each end. And I want a bit around the middle. Which I'm going to blend in to make that shape. So I'm going to blend it in to get rid of all the ridges and holes and really blend that in. So when you have the shape you're happy with, not there yet, you're basically going to wrap it in cellophane. Too high. So I'm going to cheat here and take one I did earlier. So here's the shape I created, and as you see I've wrapped it in cellophane. The reason why I'm wrapping it in cellophane is because the plasticine wants to disintegrate in the water that I put it in later. So I wrap it in cellophane. I try to keep the bulk of the cellophane on one side, because what can happen then is when I make the cement mold I can just sand that off. So I only have one side that's bumpy and the rest is flat. But I suppose I'll take a new piece of cellophane and show you what I mean. So I'm trying to get it tight around the shape so I get the exact shape, and then basically I'm keeping that bump on one side, and that's it. Okay, so step 2 is to take the silicone and to make the mold. So first of all, the silicone, you have to open the top of it. I'm using a craft knife to open it. If you're a child doing this, you need adult help at this point. So basically I'm just digging in until I get to see a hole. So it's open, and I have my nitrate gloves on already, ready to go. So then you take this piece and you screw it down because it's the nozzle and the silicone is going to come out of that nozzle. So the nozzle is on, and then I'm taking the holder for the silicone gun and placing the gun inside. Then you need to set that in place, and then the gun is ready to go. So before I use the gun, I have my just plain water in a washing up bowl, and I need quite a bit of cheap washing up liquid. So this prevents the silicone from sticking. So I'm stirring it, but I'm trying not to get too many bubbles on the surface because I don't really want any bubbles in the silicone. And I have my salad tub ready to fill with silicone. So I take the gun and I'm basically gonna squirt the silicone into the bowl. I'm trying to get the silicone so it goes over itself, as you can see there. So I'm just pressing down on the gun, which can be quite hard to press. Might again need an adult to do it. And I'm getting this mix in here. So then I'm going to put my hands in the water, take the mix and put it together. Basically make it stick to itself. And then I'm going to put that in the bottom of the container. So that's the first part of my silicone mold. So I'm going to keep going up the container until I can cover my mold. So just apply a bit of pressure to stick it on the bottom. And when I have a layer in the bottom, then I'm going to put in my shape and sit it on the bottom, and then I just have to cover it round with silicone. So I'm back to the silicone in the water. taking it out. And then I'm basically placing it around the shape. Okay, step 3, the silicone has set. You can see it's quite set and it's inside the tub and the shape is inside that. So what I'm going to do is get it out of the tub and then pull the shape out of it. So you can use a sharp knife around the edge to get it free of the tub. It should just slide out. There we are. So it's a bit like a set jelly. If I pressure, I can just get this piece to come out. There we are. So, and the shape is inside. So then I'm ready to put that back in the shape so it'll hold and pour the cement in. Okay, so step 4, I fill this up with water. As you can see, it's just literally water from the tap. I'm going to use this little tub here that was like a yogurt tub to mix the cement. So I have the cement in this bag for easy of carrying around. So basically I'm going to put in 2 heaped tablespoons of cement. And then I'm going to pour in a little bit of water and mix it up. So it's quite runny, so we need a bit more cement. Make sure you get down to the bottom and stir well. So now you can see it's starting to be a bit more globby consistency. So the packet says 5 to 6 parts cement to 1 part water. So that means the same, about 5 quantities of cement and the same, just 1 quantity of water. So now you can see it's starting to look a bit like a cake mix. Still a tiny bit runny, so I'm just going to add in a little bit. Okay, so that's about the right consistency. You can see it's quite solid. It's not particularly runny and it just sits on the spoon. So I'm just going to spoon it into the mold. It's not unlike putting a cake mixture into its pan. So the one thing you have to do with cement is sort of tap it around so it doesn't get bubbles. So I'm just tapping the tub on each of its sides so it sits into the mold. There, the cement is in. What I do then is basically it takes 8 to 9 hours for that cement to set. So I leave the cement in the bottom of this tub here and I'm able to sort of have an idea of how long that's going to take to set. So when this is obviously a shallower container, but roughly probably an hour after this sets, that will have set. And that's how I judge when the cement is set. Okay, so I've taken it out of the container. I used the knife to go around like I did before. You can see the mold is here, the concrete's inside. So this is like 9 hours later, and I can just literally pull the mold out, and there I have the shape. Now it's going to need a little bit of sanding, but you can see I have created the shape that I wanted. That's the same as this. And so then I have this mold that I can reuse as many times as I want. But I do need to put it back into the plastic container when I'm using cement, because the weight of cement can actually distort any shape. And the silicone is a little bit movie, but once it's back in the container, it's fine to use again. So step 6, do you remember I told you that I was going to have this bump on the side of the shape, basically to wrap the cellophane around? So anyway, when it's come out, here's the bump. So you can see it's not smooth. So what I'm going to do is sand down this shape and get it smooth. So I'm using number 40 sandpaper, and I'm just sanding along the side. So as you can see, it's quite easy to sand, and it's ready to come off. So it's taking that coat off. There's still a little ridge there. So I'm happy enough now with the shape. I've sanded off the pieces that I wanted to. Okay, for the final stage, I'm going to decorate my piece of concrete. You don't have to, and there's many different ways of decorating it, but I'm going to show you how I did it. So basically I took pieces of masking tape, which I've now pre-cut, and I halved the triangles into other triangles. So I'm going to stick that along there. And then on the other piece, I'm going to have there. So it's creating this sort of diamond shape. So then to get it, I need to get the scissors and cut along there. So like that, and then in the next one I will go down there, halving, so going along there. Cutting along, and then this piece here. And I continue all the way around doing that. And then I took it outside, put it on a piece of newspaper that I held down with the brick, and I sprayed it. So here's the remains of the spray, and I just pulled off the masking tape so you can see some of it has the triangular shape, and this is what I got. So I got those sort of triangles within triangles. And that's what I wanted. So I have the shape I wanted with some triangles within triangles.